Greetings and welcome to Die Dragon Die Presents the Titans Gift Campaign, episode 28. I'm your DM and host, joined by the entire crew tonight. Matt, Neil, Luke, and Levi, how is everyone doing? What's going on this fine Tuesday evening?
Oh, so good.
Howdy.
Bruce Willis was the dragon the whole time, guys. Spoiler alert.
Wait, what? Are we talking about Game of Thrones?
Yeah, Bruce Willis.
The title probably for this.
Technically a Hudson Hawk prequel.
What's Hudson Hawk?
Oh dear me.
Hudson Hawk? Oh, it's so good.
I'm not very well versed on Hudson Hawk either. So
Yeah. No, I'm not kidding. It's surprisingly good.
Ooh.
Is it from the 80s?
It is
90s?
I think 90s.
90s, yeah.
91, so just barely. Thief extraordinaire Hudson Hawk has been released from prison, and all he wants is a nice cappuccino.
It was billed as sort of a Bruce Willis action flick, after Die Hard and all that Bruce Willis action stuff.
Yep.
But it's absolutely like a European-style farce comedy. And like, people were not going into the theater expecting that, and they were disappointed.
They wanted more Die Hard, basically.
Bruce Willis was very involved in the production of this movie and has not been very involved in the production of any other movie since. I like to think it's because it was his magnum opus, so good that there's no reason to continue doing it.
Sometimes when you do it right...
It's his mic drop to the cinema world.
Bruce Willis also kind of likes the sauce as well, so that might also...
He's a sauceman?
Yeah, I think he's a sauceman.
Oh, that's it? That's all we have?
It's fucking hilarious, though. You should definitely see it.
I will check
Hashtag sponsored by Bruce Willis.
Yeah. Bruce Willis paying you for this?
I'm not kidding.
How much are you getting paid for this?
Another one, I would watch
it. It's like we're not getting sued. That's how he's paying.
Well, now that Wild Stallions is coming back, I mean, come on. So,
yeah. Is it time to just rehash everything from the 90s because we've already pilfered the 80s? Is that what we're
shit.
Yeah.
Eventually, Netflix is going to run out of other properties. They're going to be like, Hudson Hawk 2?
Well, they only do seasons up to series up to 3 seasons now. So.
The 90s were just kind of a shittier 80s. Like a rundown sad 80s.
You're right.
Everyone was trying to learn to dress properly, but not quite getting there.
No, we failed how to dress in the 90s. I think we just sort of gave up at one point.
Fucking make Jinko jeans.
They're talking about everything had to be color coded and an awkward angle.
All right, so
That's not should have been.
what's up in your world, Neil? What's going on?
Things are good, man. Things are good. Summer's getting along. Doing my first hike this weekend.
Ooh, where are you going?
We're going to Tolmy Peak with some friends. It's a favorite spot of ours. We like you go out and you're at a fire lookout on the opposite side of Mount Rainier, and it's like the mountain is right there in front of you. So it's pretty cool.
Oh, that is cool.
7.5 round trip, 1,100 feet gain, 5,900 feet highest point. It's probably still snow up there, right?
Yeah, they could be. There could be, yeah.
You got yourself some snow gears?
Yeah, we've got the most important stuff. We're good.
3 days ago, beware of roads, snow, and trail conditions.
Yeah, that's the way we like it.
Grimy trails. Matt, what's new with you, man?
Oh man, not much. Yeah, I'm on call with work this week. What else? I switched to high speed internet, higher speed internet, I guess. Yeah, man, that's nice.
Definitely thought you were going to say decaf.
Greater tier of internet.
No. Decaf, please.
I switched to decaf.
Levi, what's new, man?
Living life. We got a puppy this weekend.
What?
Oh wow!
You got a dog?
A dog that lives at your place or a dog that lives out?
he lives in Tri-Cities.
Okay, we bought it this weekend up in Spokane.
What kind of dog?
It's half pug, and it's a quarter French bulldog and a quarter Boston Terrier. So it's a little alien.
That is a small, strange-looking creature.
Yeah.
Well, you'll have to bring pictures then. I guess.
Yeah. He wears a red sweater. It's pretty cute. And man, can he poop.
Yep. Pets
Better
are
than the
pooping
opposite
machines.
problem, I think.
They also call dogs training children.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they call dogs a lot of things.
I'm just like really my reaction is like funny Marty. Funny. Luke, what's going on with you, man?
Going up to Lake Chelan this weekend for the long weekend. Last time we met, I think I was in New York City before.
Yeah, you were jet setting.
I slept for like 14 hours on Saturday. That was pretty great. That was really good, actually.
Did you wake up and not know where you were?
I knew where I was, yeah. I got up early on like Sunday, got a bunch done. It was so good, dude. Apartment's clean. My plants are growing. It's good, guys. That's all I got.
See, last Tuesday we didn't play because I was at a Tea Party concert. The band, a Canadian band, not the fucking political party. they were around in the early '90s, so I think before. Apparently, the Tea Party, the political party, has tried to buy the domain from the Tea Party, the band, a few times, and they have not sold it.
Unsuccessful.
But they put on a good show last Tuesday, and then this weekend is PaisoCon. So I'll go and hang out with a bunch of D&D nerds that want to know what the next Pathfinder system is going to be like.
Where is this?
This is at a hotel near the airport.
Oh.
Nerds! Pot. Calling the kettle black. Alright.
Now let's fucking cast some spells, nerds!
Have you finished identifying your spells or
Yes.
preparing your spells for next day?
Yes.
Got it. So why don't we do a quick recap of what happened in the last two games? I think Levi was out for both of them, so
Yeah.
that'll help. Game 26 was called Quality Meats. At the Pearl Cantina, the Jerks Emeritus take a job from Psy to liberate the Slewborough Quality Meats from a gang of rogue station guard. On the way to the butchery, the party befriends a drunk and down on his luck sergeant. It was the same sergeant that was that had the scene where he saved Zephyros from having his purse stolen before the death of the king. Luudo takes to the streets to spy on Spyder's gang, while the rest of the Jerks attack the butchery en masse. Icky Maester I, founding wizard of the Arcanacrum, is seen floating above the streets during the attack. Manny and his quasi-intelligent meat cleaver take a liking to the place. I think Tech also took a liking to this place, and I think he butchered all the soldiers that you ended up killing.
Nobody else was gonna eat the human meats.
Right, and he's got meat for days. Game 27 was called Soap Bubbles. On their way back from the Slewborough Quality Meats, Fereosae, Zephyros, and the Professor come across a trio of imps ransacking a soap shop and come to the rescue. Sort of. After their quote-unquote heroics, they return to the Pearl Cantina and get into a fight with a local drunk in a red cap.
Oh.
It was good. We just kind of like got drunk while we didn't have to actually fight. It was like an illusion, and we sort of were just like, psh, psh, get out of here. Yeah.
I believe the situation is Luudo hasn't been seen in a couple of days since you guys set out for the Quality Meats. Last you know that he was going to go spy on Spyder's gang, or the gangs that now report to the Spyder, who have taken over the bottom portion of the lift that separates the slough from the rest of the city above. Luudo, what do you do to go and spy on the Spyder?
Well, my tattoo cat is probably going to come in pretty handy.
Yep. Let's just focus on Luudo for a moment here.
Oh, the Magnolia Residence.
Now, where was the lead I had that he was hanging out at?
His gang
was controlling the lift.
was controlling the bottom portion of the lifts.
We also found out, I think before did we find out before he left that he was in some sort of gambling den too? Where
You learned that information as part of the agreement with Psy when you returned with news that you had taken taking the Slewberry meat.
Okay, so he would have just known about the lift control.
Yep, he knows the name, the Spyder, the Slewber, the lift, and then whatever his character knows about the city, knowledge local, that sort of thing. But what does Luudo do as his companions are heading off to go to go take over a meat shop?
Well, he probably heads straight for the lifts, eyed out from a distance.
Okay. Are you just waltzing down the streets towards the lifts?
No, well, I'm assuming they left at nighttime.
They left in the evening, yeah, so you're going to head out in the evening as well?
Oh, wait, I forgot the streets are total chaos, huh?
The streets have been bad, although a lot of people are barricaded behind their homes. There is a chance that you could run into something bad. It is the slough. The slough in general is more dangerous because it is the poorer part of town.
And my vanishing trick lasts for how long outside of combat?
Rounds per level.
Per level.
Each round is about 6 seconds. Not very long. You
Not
can
very
stealth
long.
though. You could
I
move
would
through the
assume
streets,
I'd be stealthing around.
keeping to alleyways or hiding
Right.
from building to building. It's slow moving. It's effectively half speed unless you have fast stealth as a power.
I did not yet.
Okay.
I saw it. I wanted it.
All right, so you creep through the streets and you're heading toward the lifts. You come across some burnt out buildings. You come across some gangs. Give me a lot of boarded up buildings. A lot of people seem to have gone indoors after dark.
Right.
The sense of foreboding and fear is abound. Occasionally, like a broken cart or the signs of a struggle. No bodies. Didn't look like anyone formed fire brigades for one cluster of buildings, which was kind of sad. You think you could see people picking through them, or like you thought you heard somebody cough and you avoid that. Give me a stealth check as you're making your way towards the lifts.
Oh, memory lapse would be a great
32.
Okay. You are able to at night move pretty quickly. There are still some street lights. What are you using to light your own way, or are you traveling in the dark?
I would prefer to travel in the dark.
Okay. Can you see in the dark?
I thought I don't think so, actually.
Okay.
I don't have dark.
So it is super slow moving then, given that you're a halfling with 20-foot speed, or are you a halfling with 30-foot speed?
I think you have full. I think you're faster for some
Is he
reason.
a quick-footed halfling? No, he has 30-foot speed.
Yeah.
Okay. Traveling in the dark reduces by half, and then sneaking reduces it by half.
Mm-hmm.
So you are basically darting.
Crawling.
You are darting from barrel to barrel for like between the streets, hiding in shadows, making sure that it is a tiring journey, but it is a safe one. You did come across in the last maybe 100 yards before a bit of the square near the lifts themselves, that there was a roving pack of armed men, maybe about 8. They had a haphazard selection of weapons, everything from padded to studded leather armor. These guys had just sort of like a painted black line down the middle of their face.
All of them did?
All of them did.
And we don't know if Spyder's guys do that, or if that's just some rogue.
You're kind of a rogue yourself. Do you have knowledge local station?
I do. Local. Yep. Let's see. 20?
These guys are called.
You got.
The Onyx Cobra. It's a street gang. They paint a black line on their faces because they're all kind of the scales of the same snake is the sort of way of thinking of it.
Do they have beef with the gang from the next town over called Necrosnake by any chance?
Yeah, so the Onyx Cobra, they're a minor gang, and you're probably seeing most of their numbers. You don't know why they're called that. There might have been some history, but they're a slew gang.
Okay. Well, I'm just going to avoid them.
Yep, they had
Don't
torches
trouble.
and were shedding light, and you were kind of clinging to the shadows as they were going by. But they were coming from the direction of the lift. They didn't. They were actually laughing and kind of like joking around, kind of thing, as they were heading out.
Okay.
There was a slight sinister edge to their laughter, though. They seem to know no fear.
Did they mention a meat store?
No, they did not mention a meat store. They, you could follow them a little bit more if you want to like listen to what they're chatting about, or you could keep on sneaking.
I'm gonna keep on sneaking.
Okay. As you're passing a alleyway, you're like almost to the lifts. There's something a little bit different. You're like there's a market kind of at the bottom of the lifts as goods are brought down from the upper city of the Plateau district. A lot of things do get sold in this area. You notice that the tent cities are very bare. Some of the carts and the stalls are simply abandoned. Their goods are all gone. But you kind of in the dim of the light, there are some torches, but you see that there are these mounds or barricades. They've set up something. You're gonna have to get a little bit closer to see, but the layout has changed a little bit, and you don't actually see a clear path to walk up to the lift. The lifts are clearly visible, like a black snake rising up the side of the cliff. You don't see a lot of. There is some light at the bottom, and you can see way the hell up. There are some torch lights and lanterns at the top, but you don't see that they're lit along the way. You don't see any of the lifts moving. In fact, all the lifts seem to be up in the house that kind of sits on the edge at the Plateau district.
Okay.
So you don't hear the clatter, the clacking, or the clatter of the mechanisms moving. Like the lifts seem to have stopped. Not that they go well deep into the night, but there should still be some
movement,
some traffic, some movement.
So how far away am I at this point from
You're probably at the edge of a large market square. I would say a couple 100 yards.
Okay.
There are lots of things to hide in. Like there are lots of stalls and wagons and things that were left, little tents.
Yeah, I'm gonna continue forward through the rubble and deserted tents and until I can actually see if I see anybody. But once I start seeing somebody, Luudo would probably stop.
Is your cat familiar out, or is it in?
It's on me.
It's in tattoo form and on your skin. Okay, so Ludo's creeping forward. Give me another stealth check.
32.
Nice. You do see that there are men that are moving closer towards where the landing of the lifts are. They have erected barricades.
Okay.
And you would guess there are about maybe a half dozen that are patrolling around.
Right.
They do have torches and lights set up. Some of them might actually be magical lights, so that the bottom is well lit. They've made sort of a U-shaped barricade around where the lift comes down.
Okay.
And you can see 3 wagons that are kind of like backed into where these barricades are. The barricades are made out of makeshift wood and toppled wagons and some of the old stalls and maybe parts of burned up buildings. They're just kind of haphazard barriers. But there are 3 wagons that are kind of like back into the back into the barrier. There's something on the wagons, and there's a bunch of there's some tarps that are covering the things that are on the wagons. There is a spot where it looks like they can move the barricade to allow something through. And you
Right.
can see like a bunch of spikes and almost like a fortification. The men that are patrolling around, there are about 6, and then you can see that there are another 6 that are huddled over like a barrel fire,
Right.
and they're cooking something. So there's about 12 total that are here.
Okay. Now I can't talk to my familiar, can I yet?
Let's see.
I like just got her.
Shelsa. Speak with master. Yep. You have a special speak
Hell
that
yeah.
that you can actually talk to her and she can talk to you.
Sweet. So Ludo's gonna shake off his familiar on the ground.
Okay. She kind of pops out of your leg, kind of out of your pant leg, coming out of your skin. She gives you a little purr and brushes against your leg and just sort of waits.
Shelsa, get as close as you can without being seen. Tell me what you hear.
Trying to find Shelsa's miniature. Where is the Licky head? That's not her. There she is. Save as. Sorry, only one monitor. There she is, and she's tiny. So what are you telling her to do? Sorry.
Get as close as she can without being seen by those guys, and even if she does, it's not a big deal. But and return. Tell me what they were saying.
Okay. She the ones that are eating.
Yeah.
Okay, so she scurries off into the darkness, silent as death. What are you doing? So there's like 6 of them slowly moving around.
Ludo, for the time being, is going to pick.
They are moving around on this side of the barrier. It appears that there's some sort of like no man's land in the half circle that they've made with their barricade.
So is the Ewing and funneling at the peak to the lift, or is it a U the other way, creating a
Here,
ring?
let me draw. So we've got. I'll make some shitty drawings. So we've got the cliff face. You've got the shaft where the lifts come down.
What mansion?
Just on the conversation layer. So that's the cliff face.
There we go.
Those are the shafts where the lifts come down, and they've made a barricade like that.
Oh, okay. Not a funnel, a perimeter.
Yep. They've made a barricade like this, and then they've strangely have like a few wagons kind of pointed at the box, and then this part I'm going to draw it in dark gray is like an area where they could more like a gate that they could remove,
Right.
and then the dudes that are standing around eating out of a barrel fire are here, and then the other ones are just sort of like walking along the edge. A couple of them are sitting down near the gate. Actually, the other guys, there seem to be 2 that are stationed at each of the wagons, and you sent Shelsa off to go listen.
Yeah. Ludo's
And
probably.
you're kind of way over here somewhere. Like they used a lot of the nearest material to create this barricade.
Right.
The barricade's about 5 feet tall. It's got lots of they carved some spikes and put trash on it and some barbed wire.
Ludo's gonna pick a position close by where once he left Shelsa,
Yep.
And then ready his trusty soap for a diversion if worse comes to worse.
Okay. Give me a perception check for Shelsa.
Oh,
Sorry, a stealth check. And her stealths is probably listed under your character sheet.
oh, yeah, you're right. Oops. Beginner familiar things.
Plus
Hashtag.
23, that's what I'm seeing.
Yeah, the whole morphine tattoo thing does pretty good. 29.
29, okay. There are 6 dudes.
So many dudes. So little time.
And that guy only has a plus 3. So none of them were able to see Shelsa. She waited for a while and then kind of came back. She snuck up on you almost. She sort of brushed up against your leg.
I could have the soap. Whoa!
She says they were eating
Slewboro quality meats. That son of a bitch.
no, she says they were eating something meat like she thinks it might have been rat.
Classic.
She says they were
Were they eating spiders?
they were drinking something. They were passing something around in a shiny flask. Give me. Is she smart? How smart is familiar?
Let's find out. I think she.
Int 8.
Well,
Dude, it's pretty smart.
She says they were all adults.
oh, good. No child warriors.
Mostly men.
Mostly men.
Yep.
Any other races?
She says they had weapons. They had claws, is the way she said it. She says she means.
Oh, I see. Did they say anything? Were they speaking?
I don't know. They were kind of a boring pack of dogs.
Fair enough. Shelsa, did you see anybody else besides the 12 we can see here?
She is looking around. Give me a perception check. D20 roll. She's got a plus. It's also on Luudo sheet.
Yeah. That's 14. Wait. 9.
Plus 9, and then you can add 4 to that because she can smell.
21.
She says, there's a bad smelling man over there. And she's kind of pointing across the way.
In the perimeter?
No, kind of off to the south of the perimeter.
That's not good.
She says, I think he's sleeping.
Sleeping. Interesting. Okay, good job. I'm gonna pat my leg and have her jump back.
Okay. You want me to take you to the sleeping man?
Yeah, I'm gonna stealth over to him.
Okay, there is a dwarf that looks pretty run down. Perhaps he lives on the streets. There is the smell of turpentine. No, that's alcohol. Piss and very unwashed, very unkempt.
Oh. I thought you were placing a token.
I am.
Oh.
Finish grading.
Oh, don't recognize it.
Kind of turns over in his sleep a little bit.
Can I tell if he has a weapon?
You might have to look in the folds of his dirty robes to see it. Shelsa instinctually jumps back into you. You take a closer look and, there's something. Oh, he's got fleas.
Okay. I'm gonna get close to him, but out of range of any bad swinging or grappling.
Okay. You're 5 feet away from him.
Hey, you there? Little monkey.
Yes, it's just a little monkey.
Little monkey going to dance.
Do you live around here?
Oh, I live wherever I wanna.
Do you know what's going on with this lift?
Oh, is it? Oh yeah, the lift ain't working. They closed it off.
Why is that?
Oh wait, the taxes. Gotta pay your taxes, debt and taxes. You're only two constants in this whole rigmarole.
Who's demanding taxes?
Oh. If you do a little dance for me, I'll sing it for you. Monkey.
Fair enough. And I'm gonna try and reenact my beautiful dance I did that one time.
Oh, see itsy bitsy spider. It comes down. The slough got spout. Out it comes. Rain and washes the spider out. Out comes the sun and dries up all the rain.
I'm gonna be very confused as if he's actually talking about the spider and what I'm looking for.
Are you dancing while he's
Or is
singing?
he just hammer? Yeah, oh yeah. Should I do my perform check?
Perform dance if you got it.
8.
8?
Not quite the 20 as last time.
You ain't very good for a dancing monkey.
No. I'm more of a stabbing monkey.
Oh, come to rob old Durham, have you? No, Durham's got nothing for you. He's got nothing for you.
I can tell that everything's fine, everything's fine. Keep down, keep down.
Yeah, don't mind them. There ain't no Durhams over here. I keep watch for them.
He smiles.
Oh, do you? And what do they pay you in?
Well, they pay me whatever Durham needs.
Have you ever been up to lift?
Of course. Good pickings up there.
Good pickings. Is it abandoned?
What? The plateau?
Yeah. Pickings.
No, there's all sorts of people up there. That's what I mean. Good pickings.
Oh. Is there a market with food?
Well, I say, the new Fandango Queen's probably hoarding everything up there.
Ah.
None of the shipments coming down here into the slough. We're gonna be eating our own arms in a few moments.
So there's a new queen.
Where you been?
It's a long story.
That's a funny looking hat.
Yes, please don't try to touch me. I'm like, kind of go
Yeah,
ahead.
it wouldn't fit me anyways. You're kind of too small. So what are you doing skulking around here? Should I yell out? Hey, got this monkey over here?
There's plenty of dwarven whiskey in it for you if you're quiet.
Oh, well, yeah, I could make a different arrangement.
So, how does one get up the lift?
Well, you go up to the lift at the right time. The lift brings you up, but they haven't sent the lift back. Well, they did send the lift back down, but they didn't want to be on the lift that time.
What were they bringing?
Oh, doesn't matter what they brought. They lost everything they brought with them, including their lives.
It collapsed?
Oh, no. Spyder got him.
Spyder.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, once he gather up enough of their gangs. Now, about that whiskey.
Yes, hold on real quick. Spyder, is he working with the queen or is...
Spyder. Nah, Spyder just set his web at the bottom. Any of the soldiers that come down fall right into his webs.
So he is still an outlaw.
Now, I got a mighty pounding like a thunderstorm in my head. I don't get something to wash it away.
Okay. I hand him my little, what I have left. Use it in good health. But one last question. I hold it back.
He glances towards the guards.
Have you seen which way Spyder comes out of, or where he sneaks about around here?
Oh, he wants to know where the real Spyder Den
You
is.
said you're on watch.
Well, just keeping an eye out for people skulking around, people that might have stuff.
And he's looking at the
whiskey.
Yep.
So you don't know where he resides.
Oh, ain't no secret. Him and his thugs are over at the Bottle and Blade.
And he kind of points way across the square, and you see that they're pointing towards a tavern.
Ah, very good. All right, I toss him the flask.
Yeah, thanks.
He's like drinking it up right now.
Hey, why you want to know about a spider, huh?
Well, after where I've been, things have changed, and I should probably know my place in this world, so I figured you look like somebody who's well immersed in this environment. Would be a good person to ask.
Well, you didn't come all this way to talk to me.
No, I can't.
Your people don't like dwarves. But you know what that spider might just like? You might like a stabby little dancing monkey.
I doubt it.
Oh no, he's paying all the thugs.
Paying them?
Oh yeah?
To work for him?
Yeah, everyone's working for him, or you get stabbed.
Are you?
Well, I just told you I was working for him.
Oh, I thought you were working for the guards. Oh, you're for the watch for him? Very good.
Oh, he's a slow little monkey, I think.
Yes, it's all been... I polished off a good part of that flask.
So what you doing?
Give me a bluff check.
Oops. It's been a while since
Are you working for the guards?
That's what he finally says after he finishes the stuff in your flask.
13. No, I wouldn't work for the guards. I'm a halfling. You think they would let me work for them?
Nah, probably right.
Basically useless to a lot of them.
You good with them stabbers?
I like to think so.
Why don't I go and take you and introduce you around? Maybe they'll be willing to pay you to stab a couple of folk.
Let's.
It's as honest a living as we people in the slough got left.
I guess I'm gonna adjust to this world. I might as well find myself on the right side, or profitable side. I wink at him.
Give me a sense motive.
Oh, here we go.
You got a 24 this bluff.
22.
Well, maybe let's just... You can buy me a drink when we get there.
He hands your little flask back.
Oh, good, it smells.
And I'm going to reveal a map called The Bottle and the Blade. The Bottle and the Blade seems to have a lot of traffic going into it this time of night. Of course, it is a tavern.
Are you going to force us there?
Yep. Force Center. It is filled with armed men and thugs.
Perfect.
There's a guy with a top knot behind the bar to the left. There's a roaring fire to the right. There is a ogre,
Oh, good.
about 9 feet tall, 400 pounds, big ass club at his side with kind of like studs on the club, sitting at his own booth, all beside himself. He looks like he's a little bit drunk. There are some rakes and rogues and tough-looking people. Durham comes in.
Hey, let's go sit up at the bar.
Durham takes a seat and kind of issues to his right for you to sit down. Are you following him in?
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, some Slewborough thugs are just sort of look at you, and then they see you with Durham, I guess, and they walk right in. There is some non-verbal communication that happens between Durham and Top Knot Jimmy. Like they made a hand sign at each other. Do you speak any sort of like thieves' cant or slew cant?
I thought had that was my only thing I might have.
Halfling and trade common. Nope.
Damn it.
They
I'm pretty simple, man.
they spoke with a couple of nods and they said hello in a weird way, and then Top Knot Jimmy just sort of leans in.
Yeah, he was out there alone. Lone little dog.
Why do we need a hin?
Well, he's small, he's got some stabbers.
Oh my god. So Neil and I are doing a little feet discussion on the side here. I think I just found it, Neil. Oh my god. Think Kool-Aid Man when you read this.
That is so cool. That's you.
Oh, this next one. Stunning Eruption.
You got a
Elephant
name?
Kool-Aid Man.
I was in awe at the brilliant planner going, Luke
Who, me?
this is it.
You can call me Lou.
Lou, huh?
Sweet Lou.
What makes you sweet?
Because I'm so cute.
You know how to use those.
Well, like
Pointing
I told
to-
your
what
friend,
do
I
you-
like to think so.
What do you have? Your little katana at your
Yeah.
side and probably.
And then my
Yeah.
bow around my back, I guess. Well, it's folded up. Yeah, I think so. As I told your buddy here.
Boy, I found a recruit for you. Do I get something in return?
Let's see how he does.
Oh, I remember that Durham brought him in. That sweet Lou. He's not very good at dancing.
He's right.
We don't need any dancers.
You never know. This place could be very profitable.
Are you part of the family at all?
Not that I'm aware of.
What part of the slough are you from?
What's the name of the street? It's one of the name of the episodes. Something Lane. Oh wait,
Pickers Lane?
You're not from Pickers Lane. Harrowstone Lane?
Harrowstone Lane. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that'd be Harrowstone Lane,
Harrowstone?
or what was once.
Huh. Could be another sense motive.
What was my last one? 10. 21.
Spend a lot of time at the Pearl, do you?
I've been there a few times.
Really?
In my past, yes.
So it brings you to the blade.
Well,
The bottle does.
Yes, Tim.
other than that, yes, as I was telling your friend here, I was approaching the lift, seeing that the city is in shambles, and saw that there were armed men guarding it, what it seems, so I stumbled upon him and decided to ask him exactly what's going on. He seemed harmless.
The lifts are closed for now. Don't worry. We'll get them running again.
These people run the lifts?
Who wants to know?
I'm just curious. I'm new. I left, came back. Everything's changed.
You didn't even know about the Queen.
It's true.
Where did you leave to?
Oh, on a small adventure.
Be more specific. He's now pouring you an ale.
The deserts, I forgot the name of. What do we call those that we were gonna go to?
You're talking about
Where the cat people.
where the Cactus Express went?
Yeah. We were deciding to go to the... God, what are the name of those deserts?
Bostera?
Bostera, yeah.
You came back from Bostera. How did you get down here?
Carefully, sneakily, look at me.
Did you use lifts? He's waiting.
Well, I can't tell you all my secrets. I barely know you, sir.
He smiles.
Good find, yeah, I told you. He fills Durin's cup full. Hey, you spice this up a little bit.
He tosses a little bit of alcohol into the ale, which is pretty gross. Durham seems happy.
Spice this up.
Topping up Jimmy.
Hands whatever rag that he's got over to this orc that's at the end of the bar, kind of face down into sort of like a plate of beans or something, and you do notice that he is going into the back room. Whatever you said to him seemed to interest him. Dern's just sitting there.
Well, you impressed him, that's for sure.
Yeah, that kind of worries me a bit.
Oh, maybe they'll give you an interview.
Oh, good.
Get down there and get to spin the wheel.
Is that a wheel that causes me to fight a random thing proposed on that said wheel?
Oh, that'd be cool.
Oh.
But could be, I don't know.
You've never been there?
Oh, I spun the wheel.
And?
I got lucky.
What are the odds?
Well, probably pretty good.
Well then. Should I wait?
Well, you got a drink, don't you?
I suppose.
You probably enjoy it.
Why's that?
Well, any drink could be your last.
Alrighty then.
Enjoy life.
Does it usually take them this long to come back?
Drinks. You only drink a little bit.
He's drinking his.
I prefer to keep my wits about me. Just a taste. And I
Well, yeah, you probably want to make a good impression.
keep it down. Yeah.
You thought it was for part of the guard, huh? Working for those stiff asses. Fuck those guys.
I can tell now.
Fuck the station guard. Fuck those children.
Have you done any work for these people?
Well, yeah, I keep an eye out for recruits like you, as well as keep an eye out for other things.
That's it? No
Oh,
killing,
yeah.
no stabbing, no thievery?
Well, I got nothing people want, so they're not gonna rob me.
Well, do you do any robbing?
No,
Oh.
but I might keep an eye out for things that are worth robbing.
And then you report.
Yeah. So, you said you're from Fereosae. That's, gangs don't go there too much. They don't like messing with, all them mercs at the bottom of the slough.
Yeah, it's a rough place, but
Spyder don't like, Sai too much, don't think.
why's that?
Well, I think they, two
It's your competition?
cocks in the hen house.
Yes, that's understandable. Have you guys and his crew had altercation?
Well, I'm not part of no crew, I just work for these guys for now.
Have you seen these people get into an altercation with Sai's folks?
Well, not yet.
You
But
think?
Spyder's growing pretty strong. He's got more gangs coming to him day by day. Pretty soon he'll run that place. He'll run all the slough.
Oh. Does he run a large section yet?
Well, yeah, he runs the lifeblood. You probably shouldn't have told him you knew another way into the slough.
Yeah, I might have to answer for that one.
Well, it looks like you're gonna have to answer for that one right now.
there is a Fant that is dressed in heavy armor.
Perfect.
When he comes in and Top Knot Jimmy kind of slides out of the way, he whistles and you notice two guys hop up and they're closing the door. And you can feel people standing up now.
That's always good.
Which one is it?
Trogax, that one.
You come with me.
Well, I look over to Dern. Guess I can't tell him no.
Oh yeah, you can go spin the wheel.
I look at everybody. Good evening. Head over. Hi.
Digger in the cook kind of just goes off to the side.
This way.
Assuming we're going in the back.
Yes.
You go into the back, and there is a strange kitchen. It appears that it's more of an alchemy lab than a kitchen. And there are 3 Vark in these weird, like, suits with air tanks that seem to be brewing and carefully making stuff. The stuff seems to be this weird crystalline substance that crumbles easily. There are other things cooking, like actual pies and stuff, but you do see that there's definitely an operation going on here.
I'm gonna kind of cover my. Lou's gonna cover his face with his shirt, kind of like, is this stuff safe?
Yeah, there are fumes coming up everywhere.
Move it.
He's kind of just
Okay,
pushing it along.
okay. Right.
You do see that there is one chimney with a great fire going, and one seems to be empty or like unlit at this point in time.
Ludo's gonna continue to. Are these illicit substances?
What's it to you?
Well, I've been known to partake.
This is not junk.
Says one of the Varks inside of his suit.
It doesn't look that way.
Trogax kind of like, if you start lingering too long, he's pushing you along. His trunk is just kind of pushing you along.
Okay.
He's got some big weapons on his back.
It looks like it.
I don't know. Trogax got a what's scary? A large war scythe, 2-handed.
Great. So those are no deal with a lot of.
Okay. He's pushing you towards this back room.
Do you think I could try a pie or?
Move it.
Okay.
That door is locked and barred. It might go outside. He pushes you into a storage room.
Oh.
There's nobody in the storage room.
Is this what? Do you want me to sort these boxes or? Do I work here now?
Wait here.
Okay.
The door closes, and then you hear the door locking.
I'm gonna knock. Okay. I don't really like to be locked into rooms. Hello?
Drogies. Drogi?
Truggy boy, come on, man. I don't like this.
So we're partners, man.
I'm a free soul. Well, I guess I better take a look around. And I kind of rummage around.
You start looking around. Yeah, there's equipment back here. They must not be afraid of you having weapons, because there are things like barrels full of bolts.
Ooh. Okay. We got
There are some arrows. You do find on the table that table looks like a place where a fairy was recently dissected and the wings were plucked off.
Oh, good. That's always good. Fairy bits. Probably for the dust. Alright. Let's see what's in the.
Okay, give me a perception check.
Oops. Here, hold on. Oh, crap. 26.
Okay, you actually see a false door inside the boudoir. It's like a place where you hang up your jackets.
I will definitely open that.
Yeah, it's pretty obvious. Like now that you see it, you're kind of like, oh, there's a latch here, and the whole thing just opens up into a stairwell that leads down.
Well, I'm gonna
And you can hear some laughter and some music down.
I'm gonna
It's a
step.
bit of a
in.
grungy, kind of moldy smell, but there is a stairwell that leads under.
I'm gonna shut the boudoir door behind me as
Yep.
I enter, and then kind
It's
of
quite obvious from this side.
right.
Like there's a hole cut in the in the hallway, and they just push this boudoir up to the top. You're pretty sure the big guy could even fit through.
Okay. I'm gonna cautiously try to casually walk down the stairs as to not have anybody think that I'm not belonging.
Okay, so you walk down the stairs. I'm just going to go off to the side. The stairs continue down, and there's a door at the bottom of the stairs.
Ooh, well, I'm this far.
And you can hear some people chattering away.
Can't quite hear what they're saying, I'm assuming.
They're laughing at something.
Well, I
I
love
swear, that's thick. If it mocks me one more time.
Calm down, Doctor. It's what it does, and it amuses me.
I swear, if that thing mocks me one more time.
There's some chuckling. The
Is
door
it-
is
door's
not
closed.
locked. It's closed, but it is not locked. It can be locked, but you're having a good look. You see like a coat room with a desk. So you sort of looking through the keyhole and like underneath, and there is a room beyond.
Alright, I'll open that. Head in.
Okay, there's a simple beaded curtain, and you can tell that there's a lot of activity going on in the next room. You also can hear something whining like a dog just on the other side of the curtain, like a panting.
Lou's gonna lift himself up and over that desk,
Yep.
that wall, and then get as close as possible to that corner.
Okay. You do notice that on pins and swivels underneath the desk, there are heavy crossbows that are loaded and pointed like towards where you were standing. Very, very thin wood. You realize that somebody standing there could just get a crossbow in the crotch if you're humanoid. Or
Could I look at it and see if I could disable these things?
Yeah, they just unhook. They are heavy
Okay.
crossbows for a medium-sized person, so they're like really big for you.
Oh, I see, okay.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna leave them be then.
Okay. Yeah, you were like, whoa, whoa.
Can't say it wasn't a close one.
Whatever it was, clicking of dog claws, something got up, and it is sniffing.
Can I slide under this? Does this desk have cover?
Yeah, there's a place for you to go under if you wanted to.
I'm gonna
Give
do
me a
quick-
stealth check.
Quick double knee slide underneath the desk.
Okay. Give me a stealth. As a hyena-like face
44.
pushes its way through the beaded curtain and is sort of sniffing, it growls and kind of makes this weird
I
noise.
hate hyena noises.
But then something happens. It's like its nose splits,
Oh.
its lips split, and as it's pushing its way through the beads, the skin of its face is pulling back into this horrid-looking skull.
This is my nightmare.
And looks like that as it's kind of pushing its head
Oh.
through.
Super cute.
It's like its face pulls back like a foreskin, I guess.